again. There we are. Now we're actually live. Now we can stop being funny.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
That was
thank God.
exhausting.
That was difficult.
I'm
Everybody.
Redbeard, your dungeon master for the night, and I bought this turnip for 92 bells.
Yeah. Wait, only one turnip for 9? Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
buy them.
Yeah,
You buy them in
that's
tens.
Well, they only gave me one, so.
Oh. You should eat it.
It has
With
the
me-
power of 10 turnips.
With me, as always, is Sam playing Jack, our fighter wizard.
This is very important. I need you all to understand me. Neil Breen's 5th film, Twisted Pair, is now finally available on something other than his fucking ridiculous scam of buying his movies on DVD. So, $15 will get you a cinematic experience you will not regret nor forget. Twisted Pair, Amazon, Google Play, YouTube,
All of it.
Vudu, iTunes, Twisted Pair, Neil Breen.
But not right now. We're about to start something.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Did
maybe
they
I
pay
don't
you,
know
or?
you
Watch
fuckers at
that later.
KrakenQuest, that's all I'm saying.
All right, cool. Also with me, as always, is Catherine playing Mina, the shooty fighter.
Hi, I have nothing.
You should have also pimped Twisted Pair.
I'm not gonna pimp Twisted Pair.
We need to pimp Neil Breen.
No, he's good.
James playing Ilferi, the nature bird.
Yarr! I
Not
be
a fighter at
flapping
all.
and looking at stars. Stars.
How is that the first time that joke has been made? And Carter playing Zeodor, the conflicted artificer.
Yep. I don't have a joke here. My hair has just gotten ridiculous because it hasn't been cut in forever.
Mine
Yeah.
too. I just have it like pushed all the way back.
Mine's starting to look like it did back in high school.
Why do you think my hair is in a ponytail or messy bun every time we play?
Dude, I miss, like, early college Carter.
When my hair was like halfway down my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a time.
Those were a time for all of us.
I wasn't there. I didn't
Anywho.
exist yet.
Oh yeah, I also should
Yeah.
show off my new sweatshirt.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, James hadn't gone in yet.
Guess I'll
Yeah, I forgot that James hadn't loaded yet when we
had
back
it
then.
loaded. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
buffering.
he was not unlocked as a character yet.
You're right. Yeah.
I guess
I
Catherine
had to do
wasn't
the
yet
hair
either.
cutting bonus mission
Yeah,
to
she didn't exist
unlock
yet either.
James.
Sam had to do some solo missions to unlock
I
it.
did do a lot of grinding to get this.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Anyway,
Leave the
who
little
remembers
baby
what
first.
happened last time on Zeitgeist: The Gears of Revolution, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign?
Well,
The
I want to start
ex-director's cut.
running backwards. And did Zeodor turn Ilfarian?
I mean,
don't
I
know.
know. Chris knows. You don't know.
All right. Well, working backwards from there, I suppose.
For anyone
we
watching
broke-
who,
Oh,
just real quick, anyone watching who doesn't hang out in our Discord channel, we do have a in-character chat space, and things happened this week.
They did.
Yeah, most of the time it's just little like bits, but this time
There
was
might
an
be consequences
interesting
to
scene.
the bit.
And if you'd like to join our
But-
Discord, there should be a link below for you to join.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the description on YouTube, right?
It should be.
Should
I'll double
be.
check it, but
You can come and talk with us, or you can just lurk like I do most of the time.
at the very least, the link to our Twitch page is there, and the link to the Discord is on our Twitch page.
wow.
If you're on
Way to give
YouTube
people
and you
a
don't
runaround.
see, I mean, if you're on YouTube and you don't see the link to the Discord, comment.
Yeah. Sure.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi, Gus.
Also, if you do see the link to the Twitch to the Discord, comment about that too.
Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, comment, because you're probably, like, our first viewer.
The dude who wrote
We have a
this
few.
Yeah.
commented on one of ours.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
one of the
yeah.
He told us
writers.
to look out for the brain-eating donuts, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize until like right before we started the next week. I was like, "Oh, that's what he meant."
And if he's
Brain-eating
watching
donuts.
again, smash that like button. I don't know why I just said that. I
Ring
think I
that
actually felt
bell.
YouTube take control of me and say that. But
Anyways, before that,
Yeah.
we broke into some tiefling whose horns were like this. We broke into his hotel room.
They were more like
to
this.
steal.
after he was a douche.
Yeah, he was a giant douche. So then we broke into his place, stole a bunch of stuff, made it look like he was robbed, which I guess he was. But
True.
I
Fair
mean,
fact.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
We did cover up a robbery as a robbery, but we covered up a robbery of
Quick,
different
steal
things.
something to make it look like it was a robbery. I mean, that's what was going through my head when I heard you guys saying that last time. But I mean, I can't intervene.
What-
we wanted to make it look
look-
indiscriminate.
Yeah.
Like
We
we
wanted
weren't
to make it
looking
look
for
like-
something specific.
Yeah, because if the only thing that's missing are the things that we were asking about, we're going to be pretty high on the subject list or the suspect list. But
Subject.
yep, sure. Look, I just got off work. We're going to be pretty high on the suspect list. But if it's valuables, random valuables that are missing,
And what
now
did you?
suddenly we're a little less suspicious.
And what did you go to acquire from this man?
We went to acquire a map. It was the thing that we were looking for, but there was one other thing we were hoping to find, which was a journal, which we didn't find, but we found some pages we suspect are from the journal.
Right.
And presumably we looked at those when we got back, but we, the players, haven't gotten to
We,
know
the players,
what
had
was
to
on
go
them
to
yet.
bed.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So
And
you
we, at the very beginning of last time, we interviewed Coheed and Cabria.
Zambria.
But after that,
Zambria.
I know.
Yeah. But after that, because we're just bouncing back and forth, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
You started at the end.
I know I did. We talked to the guy who had horns like this, and then arrested him, and then
Oh, right.
Lady Inspectress Saxby sticking her ass told us to let him go because he is a fine, upstanding, rich citizen.
Oh, thank you for creating the nickname that she will go by for the rest of my notes.
Shouldn't
Margaret
it
Sacks up
be
her ass.
Lady Inspectress Margaret stick up her ass?
That's what I was gonna
He
say.
called her Saxby Stick Up Her Ass, and I just like that.
That's true. That's pretty good.
This wouldn't have happened if we'd promoted Lady Inspectress Margaret Zaxby.
Then we'd all be chicken.
all the time.
How would Il Fairy feel about her bringing in nothing but fried chicken?
Hey, birds eat other birds.
Some, but not parrots.
What birds eat other birds?
Predator
I mean-
birds
Falcons,
like
hawks,
falcons.
Yeah.
I guess true.
owls,
Yeah.
eagles.
Lots of raptors and lots of carrion birds.
Huh, yeah, I suppose that's true.
Fish eat fish. Birds eat birds.
Yeah.
And I
Fish
eat
is
people.
also a really. Forget what I
Mammals-
was gonna say.
Mammals
It's not
eat mammals. Really, just as many
man.
types of
Alright.
mammals as there are types of birds, if not more birds. Anyway,
Yeah, and mammals eat mammals.
exactly.
More
That's
birds?
what I
I have
just
no
said.
idea.
Anyway,
Oh.
so you all return to the office with what you've recovered from Caius Bergeron's office.
We're switching back to a hard G now? I thought it was Bergeron.
All right.
Well, we did take separate paths, and Jack was supposed to dump all the valuable stuff.
Yeah.
Perhaps keeping the scrolls. Perhaps
No,
maybe.
pawn everything.
You're
Perhaps
a spider.
maybe.
Pawn it all.
I would have tossed a few of the things in different locations. I actually probably wouldn't have pawned anything. It would leave too much of a
Trail.
Sure.
trail.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to give me some sort of hide things in the city check?
Cool. Do you want to call that stealth?
Probably
Or
like-
kind of
or
like
you
a
Probably
doing-
like
or you-
investigate, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like a reverse kind of investigate check.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You could also give him a dump shit in the bay check.
So right now I'm imagining Jack running around doing there's never a good place to drop a bomb bit from Batman.
Oh!
Good start for the day.
Oh, Jack.
Do we have
Oh,
inspiration?
Jack. Do you have inspiration? Doesn't look like it.
I don't know, do you? I have a sticky note that tells me to remind you guys to give you guys inspiration. It doesn't work very
Cool.
well.
How?
Maybe I should
No,
put
it
closer.
doesn't.
Give me inspiration
Yeah,
for
there you go.
reverse inspection. Investigation.
I don't like to give inspiration for a check. I usually like to give inspiration for something
It's an
else. Okay. Well, we'll see if that comes to bite you in the ass later. I can't wear this sweatshirt. It's too hot. It's cool though.
My bonus to hit with my dex-based weapons is 1 higher than it should be, and I don't know why.
All right. Is it the staff?
Is the staff giving me a +1 on all weapons?
No, it shouldn't. Unless I coded it wrong.
I think you coded it wrong. I think you gave a +1 to all weapons.
Okay, we'll have to see if I can change that later.
It's only +1 to hit, though. It's weird. Yeah, weird.
That is odd.
Meanwhile, at the constabulary.
Yeah. So you guys are looking over the papers that you recovered. There seems to be a map that lays out where the temple is precisely, which is near the city of Bowl. Or actually, it's closer to the city of Bowl, and then there's a town called Agate, and then the temple is a little ways further from there.
Could you not? Thank you.
In addition to that, there's some pages torn from a book, handwritten, that describe the items that you guys have already recovered. The staff, the amulet, and the sword in physical as well as magical detail. Nothing that you haven't already learned yourselves from that. And then it also describes a what you can assume from Zambria's tale is the golden seal that Bergeron was asking her to look for specifically, which in the notes is described as a large golden disc bearing astronomical symbols and has powerful protective magics emanating from it.
Is there any indication of how large? Like, are we talking like if I saw a dinner plate sized circle of gold, I would consider that a large circle. But also, if it's the size of a wall, that's pretty big too. Is there an indication, or does it just say large?
There's, I think, specific dimensions that would describe it more. Probably like 10 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Somewhere around that scale.
Okay, so like the size of a door.
Sure.
Or a table. No bigger than a table.
Big table.
I mean, it would also
Big
be pretty big for a door. Yeah.
Like a gate door, maybe.
Big circle.
Got it. I'm not like planning where it's going in my living room. I was just looking for a rough estimation.
Yep.
Oh.
Although-
I
It's
was
really gonna
kind
tie
of
the room together, though.
I was kind of scoping out my walls. All right, we got what we need. Heading out tomorrow, I assume, right?
The sooner we leave, the better.
Yes, that would be best.
I thought we were gonna wait till Jack got here and just bolt.
How late is it? I thought it was like late.
It's before midnight.
Yeah,
We could
the-
try to catch a sleeper train out.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Trains.
Yeah.
How did you think we were getting there, O'Flaherty?
Feet?
Has a fairy ever been on a train?
No.
Ooh,
Oh, right.
you're in for a treat.
Machines. You could close your eyes? That's all I got.
I could put up with it. Probably. It's just. Don't expect me to be cheery. You know, expect me to be like Jack. Kind of.
Alright. But Mina has a good point. We can probably get supplies once we get the bowl.
Agreed.
We could try to catch a...
Oh shit,
a late
Jack's
train.
back!
Oh!
Jack walks in.
Well then, let's head to the train station then, I guess.
Yeah.
You missed part of a discussion. Don't worry about it.
I caught the gist.
Ilfairy's never ridden a train.
This should be fun.
All right. So you guys are
we're leaving on a midnight train to Bolgia.
you are able to catch the get
We're
to
gonna
the
take the
station.
midnight train going anywhere.
There's a night train to Mongahile joke in here, but I'm the only one that would get that.
There's a train
We take
heading
the
out
midnight
at,
train
at
going
9:10.
anywhere. We end up in Chrysalir somehow.
Thanks.
There's a train leaving at 9:10, so you should be able to just make it.
Awesome.
I can turn into a horse so we can get there real quick.
Sorry,
We
I
have
wanted
like
to
the
join
fucking
in.
warriors making the L train.
So you're able to get to the station just as the last train is getting ready to leave.
So we're on the
it'll
9
be-
train?
I was just making a 9:10 to Yuma joke.
I know! And then it's fine.
Whatever. I don't even know what's reality anymore.
We are laughing tonight.
It'll be 50 gold a piece to get train to Bull, which should arrive like midday tomorrow.
Cool.
Do they have details about rail travel in the player's guide? I don't recall.
If they are there, I
They
didn't read them.
must. I don't remember seeing
Well,
them, but I feel like
Either be a refresher or an introduction. The first Daeneryn and Draken inventors used a wider track gauge than what we have in real life for trains in this world. So a track is typically about 7 feet across, which leads to larger and slower trains.
you said track. My brain heard rail, and I have a very different mental image of what this looked like. Where I imagined a rail 7 feet across.
But not a monorail.
Oh,
No, just a fucking enormous train.
like the actual rail you were
Yeah.
imagining. Oh, I see.
Yep.
No, the
Just goddamn behemoth train.
Thanks.
I mean, they probably would still look pretty behemothine. They can range. They're about 12 feet wide, 60 feet long. Typically have 10 to 20 cars. You guys can get a sleeper car, which has 2 luxury suites, 9 feet wide by 30 long, with a hallway down the middle.
Damn.
Do the suites sleep 4? Or do we need to rent both of them?
I think that you would have the car to yourself. I'm not certain.
Does that cost extra, or was that included in the 50 apiece for each of us?
50 would be
We'll
your
say that's
bed, I would
included.
assume.
Yeah.
And usually one will have a bed below and a bed above, unless the bottom is some sort of seating area. In which case it's seating area and 2 upper beds.
Also, you'll note you'll occasionally see, once you get further from the city, red flags that are hanging from trees near the rail. And somebody explains to you that they're there to appease and distract any Fae who might be tempted to sabotage the tracks.
Would I know if that actually works?
Oh, I figured you were like Doug and up, you're just like, flag!
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense with what you know of the Fae. Like, there are strange rituals and things like that, you know, people do, and it seems to work for the most part.
Oh, FYI, Shrubbles has a daily routine that does not involve me, and he is okay.
So is he coming with you guys or not?
No, he is staying.
Okay.
No. Koku
I
is
just-
coming with us.
Koku is part of your class abilities, though.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm not just imagining Shrubbles flipping burgers, singing 9 to 5 to himself.
Uh-oh. I gotta throw this glass away. It's chipped.
Oh, actually,
Oh, that sucks.
I just found a place where it described the size of the seal as maybe less than 10 feet, but probably closer to 6 or 7
Okay.
feet in diameter. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
it's neither here nor there. But still,
Okay,
like,
so we'll make a good piece
same,
on my wall.
Same size class that I was imagining, I suppose. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically the size of a hobbit door. Size and shape of a hobbit door is what I'm imagining.
There you go. Perfect.
that's what you meant by door.
Yeah. Now we just need to find some hobbits, and we're going to give them the nicest fucking door they've ever seen.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't even be that uncomfortable in that kind of a house. Like, the fairy's not tall.
All right, so you guys arrive in Bowl the next day without too much trouble.
Which
You didn't.
No train encounters?
No, that's the next mission.
What?
I was sure tonight was the night Jack shoots a bitch on the roof of a train.
Nah, sorry.
No. Philip has talked to me about the next adventure, and we're going to get Snowpiercer up in this fucker.
Hell
sounds
yeah.
Cool.
So, sorry, real quick. So today is summer 4.
Sounds about right.
Well, I
guess.
have summer 2 written down. Then the next session I have long rest written
It's
down.
fall.
Huh?
It's fall.
It's written fall, of course. Duh. I wrote fall.
Yeah.
I said summer.
All right.
You spelled summer F-A-L-L, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I guess you could vary.
Last session was summer, and time mattered more then, so I don't really blame you for that.
Well, I just yeah.
Yeah,
I
but it's
know
good
it
to keep
doesn't
track
matter
of.
as much. I
Yeah.
still like to keep track of how long we do the
Indeed.
investigations.
Indeed. It is a good thing to keep track of, and I should be better about it. But Anyway,
it's good to know how impossibly competent we are that we keep wrapping these investigations up in less than a week.
right.
Yeah.
We got through the first part already, guys.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
Part 1, escape that horrible town.
Part 2.
Yes.
Now you're in this horrible town.
Oh
Now
no.
you're on a train.
Oh!
2 cars over, there's people who are like, hey, what if you killed my husband and I killed your husband?
Oh, throw Mama off a train?
Yes,
No,
which was
no.
based on strangers on a train.
Yeah.
Right.
So I cast Goodberry, and I
I forgot
passed
that Strangers
Barry's
on a
way.
Train was in Throw Mama from a Train.
See, I need
Is that the plot of Throw Mama from a Train? Did
Yes.
They watch Strangers on a Train and they're like, we should do that.
Well,
basically yes,
Danny DeVito watches it and
yes.
then comes to the other guy and is like, I know you were hinting at when you told me to watch that movie. And he wants him to,
I need to watch this now then.
he
All I
wants
can ever
him to
think
kill
of when
his
someone
mother.
brings that up is, oh, I love his mama.
Yeah.
Because
It-
my dad does that constantly. You
It's
don't know
a-
anyone named Owen.
I've never heard your dad do that once.
Constantly in my childhood. You may not have ever heard it, but I've heard it so many times.
It's a fun film. I'd recommend it. Anyway, you guys are in the city of Bull.
Yep.
Bull was, as you all know, was the capital of its own nation in ancient times and still maintains a sense of grandeur today. Historically rich from lumber and fertile forest gardens cultivated with the aid of Fae. In recent years, it has boomed as a hub of trade. Not as sizable as Flint, but still a respectable city in its own right.
Is there anything in there about why it's the only one not named after a rock?
Probably because it was capital of its own nation at some
Yeah,
point.
different country.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Though apparently bull is a type of clay.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
well, that-
So
yeah.
it is.
Oh.
Problem
That-
solved.
Clay is
Kind
not
of.
rocks.
It is a
It's a slimy
earth
rock.
mineral.
Slimy rock.
It's a slimy rock that you turn into something by sticking it in a hot oven.
Rock.
You turn it into rock.
Turn it into rock by putting
It's
it in a
in
rock.
the same classification, I'd say. Anyway.
Have we stopped moving? Are we done? Can I get off? Here's your good berries.
A fairy just like stiffly like waddles off
The
the
fairy just jumps out
Yes,
the window like
yes.
fucking Scott Pilgrim.
You just missed
You
him.
just missed him.
Damn it.
I hand all 3 of you 3 good berries. I have 1 good berry to myself. This is my good berry pouch. If I go unconscious,
Yep.
feed me one of yours first. But if you don't have any,
If you go unconscious, feed you the pouch. I got it.
Jack
Shove
shoves
the pouch
pouch.
down the bird's throat.
Stroke the neck. Force it down.
I'm okay.
All right.
we've done this a lot of times, guys. I know you know how to use these good berries.
One day you'll teach him. All right. So
All right, so we get off a train in Bowl.
Yes.
Oh my god! Carter, that wasn't even funny!
Apparently
No,
it
it's just
was.
the timing of it. Every time I try to take a sip, someone yells something.
Let's go to town!
All right. You guys are in town.
Cool.
I've been here since I was a kid.
You've been here?
I grew up not too far from here.
Really?
Yeah.
So we gonna run into friends, family, old girlfriends?
Jack was a child?
It's doubtful.
Doubtful.
It's doubtful that
Doubtful?
Jack was a child.
That too.
Wait, so do you have any family?
Yeah. Doesn't everybody?
Okay, yes, but like my mother is dead, so you will never meet my mother. Will I meet your family at any point in the future?
Probably not.
Right, but is it because they're dead or because you are antisocial as fuck?
This is the second one.
Little column A.
Okay,
Little column A, little column B.
so which one's
Also-
dead? Do you have a dead mom too? We could bond over that, dude.
I love it.
My parents are pirates.
So, looking at the map, Theodore really doesn't want to talk about his parents right now. So looking at the map, how long does it take? Does it look like it's going to take us, roughly ish, to get to the ziggurat?
It looks like from here it would be about a day's trek on roads to the town of Agate. And then from
another
there,
stone.
it's not too far to the ziggurat on the map, but it is marked as there being it's very swampy in the distance between the town and the dig site. So
Okay, looks like it's going to take us a day to get to Agate, and then we're going to have to trek through the swamp there to get to the dig site. So, do we want to try to stock up here, or do we want to head straight on to Agate and see what we can do from there?
I'm not really sure what supplies we need.
Wouldn't mind
That I
picking up
don't
some
already
health
have.
potions while we're here.
This is not a bad idea. I'm not sure.
What the fuck are you laughing at now?
Sorry! I dream of Azathoth and bonus points if both moms are named Martha.
I don't get that one.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Okay.
You're good. Good. You're good.
Good.
You're happy you're not knowing.
Yep.
Yep.
Still made me chuckle, but don't worry about it.
Moms.
No, don't do it. You're gonna regret this.
Two
we
moms, one
warned you.
Martha.
Oh no!
Batman and Superman?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally the thing that like resolves their fight is they realize both their moms are named Martha.
It's the dumbest thing possible.
Wait.
Like, literally, Batman's about to kill
You're right,
Superman.
that's it, derailed
and
things a
Superman,
lot.
for some reason, says his mom's name, and Batman's like,
We told you.
What
I
is your
tried to
name?
warn you. I warned you. I warned you, dog. I warned you about stairs.
You're right.
Um,
I'll never not take your warning seriously again.
that's a lie, and we all know it.
Probably.
Okay. Is there... I don't know a lot about the swamps. Is there anything we could need? Jack, you said you grew up not far from here?
Can I roll nature?
Sure.
Cool. 18. Sorry. 17.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I know 17 about swamps.
The scale goes higher than 20.
You'd imagine that, like, from what you've heard, like, little towns like that, would probably have, like, a boat service or something you could hire. As far as supplies that you could acquire here, I mean, potions is never a bad idea. You could, I mean, if you really wanted to get fancy, you could get like some like hats that have like netting on them, that sort of thing.
I mean, is
nothing
alchemical insect repellent? Is
I
that
was
a thing in
about
this
to
setting?
ask, actually.
Is what?
Alchemical insect repellent. Is that a thing in this setting?
Wouldn't smoke sticks do that?
don't know.
I mean, they might. It depends on what kind of smoke they produce.
Fire kind of smoke?
I mean, there's lots of kinds of fire.
Yeah.
Some smoke repels insects, some smoke doesn't.
Um,
I think most smoke does, but not all of it. Smokesticks also might make it hard to see. I don't know. But does insect repellent exist? Because like it seems like a thing that might or might not at this technology level.
I'm just gonna say no because I don't have any stats for it or anything. Maybe it's something you can
Sounds
embed.
good. Cool.
I invent it right now.
All right.
Yeah, can't you just talk to the bugs?
Convince them we're not tasty. Go for it. Sounds good. I like this plan.
No.
Alright. Anyway,
I'd much rather just turn into something that isn't bothered by them. Like a crocodile.
So are you guys sticking
Alright.
around Bowl to see the sights or heading on?
we should get some supplies and then get
Yeah, looking for a couple potions, possibly, and anything to keep the bugs off.
Ilferi's pretty well prepared, so he'll go sightseeing while they do that. Maybe something will catch his eye that he's like, I gotta have that.
Chris, what are health potions running me?
I think 50 gold
50
is
gold.
what it says in the player's handbook.
Cool. I'll buy 4.
Zeodor is going to pretend he's going to go look for something and is just going to wander around the city in a different direction from Milferi.
Okay.
Aww.
Well, you guys discover fairly quickly that one of the favorite pastimes of the city appears to be an interest in theater.
Ooh.
There's a sizable theater district that has some breweries and distilleries, as well as you discover the local RHC headquarters.
Does this part just say read this box text to your Docker?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes it does that.
Yeah, I know. I know it does, especially for the Keshi Mystics. I know that there's
Yeah, there's
a lot of stuff that Vikeshi Mystics get that everyone else
Also, a
doesn't
guy
get.
shows up and he's like, "Hey, kill Ted," and he leaves.
more or less.
I didn't say it was interesting stuff. I just said there was a lot of it.
Well, there's a lot of Teds that need dying.
Yeah,
That's actually a core tenet of
the-
Vikeshi Mystics. All Teds must die.
yeah, they might as well just be called the Ted Killers.
All Teds are bastards.
I have heard that you're better off, Ted.
That show was interesting.
Yeah, that show was alright.
It
I mean,
it both
if you
ended
like
too
office
soon.
sitcoms, it'll do it.
It both ended too soon and went on too long somehow.
Yeah, I feel ya.
That
Like-
doesn't sound good at all.
Anyway, so presumably one of you, at least one of you, winds up in the theater district. The other probably just ends up in maybe a loggers neighborhood.
Yeah, I think I think Zeodor is the one that somehow just winds up wandering through a logging district.
Yeah.
I was thinking Ilferi does in just one tier.
God, no, he's not Italian.
I know, right?
Actually, I'm gonna drop by the RHC headquarters and see
Why?
if maybe we can requisition magic items that might be more suited for this environment.
That's a thought.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt to try.
And let Zaxby know where we are.
I mean, at some point we need to send word back to Delft anyway.
That's true.
You go into the RHC office, and it seems to be run by a half-elf named Shalila Lindquist.
Hey there,
And
Shalila.
I know you're not going to spell this name right or even get close. So I'm
Oh,
gonna,
is it spelled like Shillelagh?
I don't think so. There's a lot of vowels. It's almost entirely vowels.
Spell it.
Shillelagh has a lot of vowels.
That's true. James is right.
S-H
Got it.
A-I-A-I-L-A.
So she's
Sure.
not Welsh.
Yeah.
Shalala. Shalala.
Yeah, that's too many vowels. That's too many of the same vowels in
Yeah.
a row.
Shayla. Shayla. How I would think.
Yeah.
RHC Bowl.
Wait.
There's I suppose there's probably a receptionist or like a what's the police term for the person who sits in front and
The desk sergeant.
yeah, a desk sergeant. One of those.
That sounds official.
Who greets you when you come in.
Hi. So, we're here on a mission from Resur. Wait, is that the country or the city?
That's the country.
Reser is the country,
Country.
Flint is the city.
Flint. We're on a mission from Flint. And we're going to be trekking into some swampy territory and would like to request something that might help us. Figure you guys might have something more likely than in Flint.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't know we had any reports of anyone coming in from Flint there.
It's a kind of impromptu mission. We're going to be filling out the paperwork once we have a couple minutes. We're chasing after someone.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I don't really have any particular items to recommend. Do you have anything in mind, or?
Are swamps deep enough for boats? Like
Oh,
little boats, like a canoe?
Oh, sure. We got. Are you headed out east then, or sorry, west then?
Yes. We're going past Agate.
Yes.
Oh, sure. Then you'll definitely be heading into the swamp if you're going any further than that.
Do you have a collapsible canoe?
Let's see if they do.
Qual's feather token canoe.
We'll do a
Well, I figure a collapsible one would be reusable because I think the feather tokens are one-time use,
Yep.
we'll do a.
and then we can return it.
What level of rarity is a collapsible canoe?
You know,
Or is
as
it-
many times as I've looked at the picture of it in the DM's guide, I've never known.
I'll look it up.
So the feather token is common, so it's probably uncommon for a reusable version.
That would be what I would think.
Nope. Need more water.
But I feel like this might be a judgment call.
Oh, is the collapsible canoe not a?
I don't know if that's actually a thing.
I thought it was.
I'm not aware of it, but it could be.
Oh wait, yep, folding boat. It's
Hey,
rare.
how about that?
It's rare.
Oh,
Okay.
It's rare.
So that would be, your. That would be a level 5 favor.
Let's
So it would be
try
your.
and butter her up. Right? I can do a charisma check.
well, that would
Um,
reduce it to a level 4 favor, effectively,
which would
which
take
would
a
still
week.
be, yeah.
Oh, I can't reduce it by 2 with an increased DC?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I
so.
remember wrong.
following and appreciate fast speed. You can make a check to increase the speed of the favor by 1 step. Following in the favor represents all that junk.
And so if I succeed, it would be a few hours.
If you succeed, it would be a week.
Oh,
right now it's a month.
How about like a one-time use boat?
Was that what the other thing you were describing is?
Yes.
Yeah, the Qual's Feather token.
Qual's Feather tokens are common.
Then that would be...
I think...
your level +1.
Let me just double check.
So that would take...
No, I lied. Feather token swan boat, rare.
Ah, damn.
Can't get it.
Can't get it.
Oh, there's different kinds of feather token.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have one of Featherfall in my...
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, I thought you guys already had one of those and it did something completely different.
Yes,
Yeah, so
there are many.
Yeah, and my favorite one is tree. You throw it on the ground and a tree grows.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man,
Neat.
I digress, but I had a character that carried a ton of them around for stealthing purposes.
Matt Mercer gave them a tree one in Critical Role. They used it to great effect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Why would you use a smoke bomb when you can use a tree instead?
Anyway.
Tree bomb!
So yeah. They kind of shuffle through some paperwork for a few minutes. I think it'd take me a little bit of time to get one of those for you, but you shouldn't have any trouble asking for some services once you get to Agate. There's some very friendly river folk there.
Alright, well, we'll have to do that. Do you have anything available now that our team could requisition?
What do you have in mind?
Anything you
Insect
think would be
repellent?
helpful. Do you have magical insect repellent? I hear a voice in the back of my head asking. I mean, I normally don't care, but...
Oh, that's a really neat idea. Somebody should really invent that.
My fairer-skinned friend... Actually, my skinned friend.
You still have skin.
It's just under the feathers!
Everything you turn into also has skin.
Okay,
So
fairer...
Barry not had skin this whole time? Is he a Hellraiser character?
You pluck him, it's just bare
actually totally
muscles.
morph.
Oh my god. Pro tip, I'm not gonna tell you just like, here, this item solves the dungeon.
No, I've just, you know, something that this person would recommend, given that they know that we're going into a swamp.
What would you recommend if you knew you were going into a swamp?
I don't
Magical
know.
bug repellent!
I would recommend insect repellent and sturdy boots, but we're all already wearing boots according to the art, so we're good on
I'm
that
not wearing
front.
boots.
I
Yeah.
still
You're not?
want
I thought
those
you were.
boots that she
No.
drew on Mina. They're badass.
I gave you the link.
I know, and I can't just...
They're $200, but you know.
I know! I'm not dropping $200 on boots.
Proud of you.
So expensive.
Hold on. I think I figured out something that might be helpful. Scroll of locate object.
Okay, what rarity would that
Ooh.
be?
That would be common.
Okay. Now we're
That would be
talking.
extremely helpful, actually.
That would be your level +1.
Yep.
So that would take a day. If you
Okay.
make a check, it'll
I-
take a few hours.
Okay, I will give myself the magic thingy that I do.
Oh, the
What's it called?
Sky Seer's Blessing.
Sky Seer's Blessing,
Yeah,
or whatever the hell it's called.
yeah.
Alright.
Sky Seer's Blessing.
So this will be a
I-
DC
Don't like that.
This is a level 3 favor, so it'll be 8 plus 6, which is 14.
Okay. Well, my Sky Seer's Blessing gave me a 3, so
Alright.
14.
That's the DC.
Oh, yay!
I just
did
told
it.
you the DC.
I was listening to the dice rolling in my hand.
Clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety, clickety.
I did
Shiny
it.
rocks go clickety clack.
Hear the sound of the rolling dice. This will help you become the true game master.
These aren't even dice; they're just beads.
By the
Where
way,
are
has
my
anyone
dice?
ever thought
Oh,
of
here
doing
they are.
like an ASMR like technology repair channel? Because I kind of
It
want to do that.
exists.
Do it.
I'm sure it does
Do
exist.
it when it does exist.
Can I have one of those?
Like, and today I'm gonna be fixing an Xbox controller.
Yep.
Oh, I
Probably.
lost my toolkit.
Change
Can I
the
do
bliss,
AS?
James. Change
All
the
right.
bliss.
So you've got.
Can I do the
you've-
companion channel of ASMR bad technology fixing where I'm just like stripping screws into a microphone?
Yeah.
All right.
ASMR technology ruining.
You just like bashing it with a rock. Like,
The
I'm sorry.
the desk
I'm sorry.
sergeant starts filling out the paperwork
You're breaking up there.
and hands it to you to sign. It says to you, yeah, I think I can work that out. Just give me a couple hours. Why don't you come back right before closing, and we'll sort that out.
go and chill.
All right. And we're expecting to be finding some magic items in the field. Do you have the paperwork for that sort of thing that I could like fill out once we get that stuff?
Yeah, I got some extra copies I can give to you. They hand you like the standard paperwork for item found on job sort of thing.
Okay. I'll take a few of them.
All right. You can have a level of inspiration, or a point of inspiration, James,
Woohoo!
for good role play.
Yar.
I looked at my note and it reminded me.
Good job, Note.
Yeah, good job, Note. Give the Note inspiration.
Should start tallying off every time I actually use it.
One.
So, while we're waiting for that,
Uh-huh.
Mina's like, well, if we got time, I'd like to look around the theater district.
All right. Since you do seem to have some time at this point. So they seem to have their own kind of style. Like they've got their own local stars. They've got their own kind of style of theater here. Like I said, things are a lot more laid back here than in Flint. Whereas in Flint, you often probably have like political dramas and that sort of thing. Stories here are probably more about like, you know, a hard worker who falls in love and, you know, somebody outside of their class, and, you know, that sort of story.
Sure.
Things of that nature. There's maybe some propaganda pieces.
We get Othello, they get Romeo and Juliet.
Sure. This is also fairly close to Bear, so you have some influences coming from there as well. There aren't any shows today. unless you guys are planning on staying the night, which I guess you guys haven't decided yet. But you're able to at least walk around, see some of the posters.
She would take note of any shows that are going on tonight, just in case they do have to stay.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make Chris do a whole show.
I'm not doing shit.
The show is good.
Yeah, pretty much.
You like it.
The lighting is passable.
Have you guys made any arrangement to meet back up at some point?
Yes.
Probably should have done that.
Yeah,
I mean,
we totally
never
did.
split up without doing that, so presumably we did. Because also presumably that's how the fairy told us that we have a couple of hours to spend because we're waiting on supplies.
Yep.
I assume we meet back at the RHC right before closing time.
Yeah.
But before that, we go to a bakery.
Hell yeah.
Try some of
Very
the local
loves
goods. They have some neat like sugar and cinnamon sprinkled donuts that seem to be a local specialty.
Theodore actually goes back to the lumber district. He was talking with one of the sawyers there about the mechanics of the pit saw.
Ah, yes, a sawyer. As in,
It's a person who runs the lumber mill. I googled it.
I guess you would also learn about the Barrett Dam Works, which is a network of mill dams and locks completed 3 decades ago that tamed the several tributary rivers from the Anthros Mountains along the Great Delve River to flow smoothly westward all the way to Slate and onto Shale.
Ooh.
The concurrent
That's good to
development of
know.
steamships fostered traffic of great barges traveling up and down the river, while the railroad linked it to Flint. With the city.
Huh. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Neat.
We put time into the setting. Applaud us.
I applaud you. I love good
I-
world building.
Just looked it up, and I realized I told you the wrong rarity. A 2nd level spell scroll is actually uncommon. So, it would be DC 14 to get it to a day.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not waiting around here for a day.
No.
So in that case, probably forget it. And after we did our first lap of the town, and Jack bought supplies, we'd probably just head on then.
Yeah, I accidentally shifted the whole table up because I didn't realize cantrips could be spell scrolls.
I
Makes sense.
see. Yeah, it's easy to forget since you can't copy them as a wizard.
Yep.
Makes the cantrip spell scrolls weirdly different from all other spell scrolls.
Yeah, not
Um,
very useful, I would imagine.
No, because they'd be cast as if you were a 1st level character.
Yeah.
so I think we just head on then
Yeah. So we'll be
instead
off.
of waiting around.
Cool.
I still took the paperwork, though.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. You head on to Agate. It's a fairly straightforward shot across some hills, but not. There is a good road, so you don't have to worry about getting lost or anything. And you arrive in the little town of Agate, probably a little bit after nightfall.
Cool.
We should probably find surely there's some form of inn.
Yeah.
Likely it will be lit from the outside. Hey, DM, is there an inn likely lit from the outside?
Oh,
Is
that's.
there
I mean,
breadcrumb lighting bringing us to the inn?
is this Dungeons and Dragons?
Well, we didn't have to roll for an encounter on the road, so maybe.
Not as Gygax intended.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you do come into town, though, you do notice there seem to be, like, some well-armed men at the entrance to the city, but not armed with, as much with, like, swords and shields as much as nets and, more, like a halberd, maybe, like, they look like they're equipped for things other than
People.
highwaymen.
Yeah.
So what kind of trouble do you think we'd expect outside of the walls? I'll just talk to one of them.
Oh, you got all kinds of creepy crawlies, large spiders, and things of that like.
One of them just has a giant fly swatter.
Yeah. Definitely.
Where can I get me one of those? For my friends.
Oh, I made this myself. I could probably whip one up for you if you're interested.
Are you guys interested? I'm probably not proficient. I have a very small set.
I don't think any of you would be
weapons I can
proficient
use.
with giant fly swatter.
No,
You think
I'm
everyone
good.
would be?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm good.
No one.
You just wait. One of my 2 prestige classes gives me, quote, proficiency with all weapons.
I'd argue that a giant fly swatter might not be a weapon.
Fair enough.
I will take improvised weapon proficiency. If it's not a weapon, then it's an improvised weapon.
There you go. Now it deals a D4 instead of 1.
And also, I'd be proficient.
Yeah.
But, no. I don't do that. Fly swatters are probably made of metal. That sounds horrible. Says the druid with a scimitar.
Yeah.
It's a wooden scimitar. It's fine.
It was my childhood sword.
It's the wooden sword from the beginning of Kingdom Hearts,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it's still just as effective.
It's smacking Riku's ass.
Just as effective as a giant key would be.
Pretty much. Alright, so yeah, there's an inn called the
Are you on the random inn generator?
no, I'm trying to think of one because I'm more creative than that. Shut up.
All right.
Proud of you, Chris.
Okay.
I
I
was
just
trying to
random
think
inn
of it-
generator because it's great.
I was just trying to think of a good like spider name. The Brood's
The
Nest.
web?
The Brood's Nest.
Ah.
Is it run by spiders?
It's not.
Is
It run by drow?
Is it run by
No.
people that are filled with spiders?
You haven't checked yet.
Oh, good.
Is it run by spiders in skin suits?
Yeah, that's
You
what I
haven't
meant.
checked that yet either.
Alright.
There seem to be more types similar to what you saw outside the entrance to the town. Presumably monster hunters of some kind that are on break or not on duty tonight. As the main patronage.
Okay.
We need a couple rooms. One with a balcony, if you have it.
Don't got no balconies, but you're welcome to rooms.
Can I get on the roof, please? Just, like,
Like, look at you weird.
it's a thing I have to do. It keeps me calm.
He's
Also,
just more comfortable under the stars.
Oh, you're
Actually,
Sky
right.
Seer.
Flint knows all about Sky Seers. Right. Duh. Sorry.
You should have just said so.
Oh, I thought you were trying to hide it for some reason. I didn't know
Should've
why.
just said, so we got a discount for Sky Seers. Jeez. Come on.
Sometimes I forget that they're common around these parts. I grew up
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Not exactly common. We haven't had any come through in quite a while, but I mean, we got a ladder you can climb up to the roof on.
All right, that works for me. Shoot, I can't really do a Sky Seer vision for them, can I? Like, as a gift of hospitality or whatever.
I mean, if you wanted
thanks
to.
for hosting me. Well, it says on actions that I'm gonna take.
Then probably not. Unless you just
You could
happen
ask
to be
the stars.
inspired.
Oh, actually, single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur. So if they tell me
there you
something,
go. Ask if the town's going to be destroyed by a volcano.
Ask if the swamp
Then
men
sell
are going
them
to
in
rise up
volcano
against them.
insurance.
would you like me to do a seeing for your establishment just as thanks for your hospitality? Since you haven't had any in a while.
Hospitality?
The hospitality they're providing us?
No, I meant. Never mind.
Okay.
Wouldn't turn it down. We've had good fortune with Sky Seers.
Do you have anything happening tomorrow that you're concerned about?
Have any enough
Well, a
meat?
bunch of weirdos just showed up.
Look, a bunch of adventurer types just showed up, which means we are gonna die.
The creatures in the swamp have been pretty restless lately. Guess you could see if should be expecting anything there.
That sounds reasonable. I'll take a look and let you know in the morning.
All right. Anyone else doing anything at the end before turning in?
Getting a beer, maybe, if they're serving anything.
They've got some ale.
I'll probably just take a walk around town and enjoy. Even though it's not where I'm from, it's close enough that I can kind of just enjoy the culture nostalgically.
Do you have any bread?
We've got bread.
Yeah.
Can you kind of toss it at me in pieces?
Probably, I'll just say that like 1 gold is probably enough to get you bread, ale, and a room for the whole night. Like as much as you probably want, because a gold is worth a lot more than you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Worth a lot more than it seems to be worth given how much we have.
Oh, this is one of those settings where gold is useless and you have to actually have electrum only.
Nah, bro.
Electrum is
Astral
half a gold.
diamonds.
Yeah. That was always a bit from Critical Hit that I liked. It was like, do you imagine like the adventurers that kind of show up in a podunk town? Hey, can you break this astral diamond for me?
Just start
That's all I got on
counting
me
out
right now.
copper pieces one at a time.
Yeah.
That was what, like 10,000 copper pieces in
I think
3.5?
so.
I don't remember the 3.5 exchange rates.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
All right, so Jack,
Motherfucking bread.
you wander about town. Seems to be probably about 200 people living here. You'd estimate from number of houses and whatnot.
Okay.
We're right at the foothills of where the Anthros Mountains meet the marshlands of the High Bayou.
Okay.
Seem to be people in the town seem to be a mix of gem miners from the hills and silk trappers and monster hunters.
Okay.
Buddy. Why?
It seems to be
Theodor's...
for the
Sorry,
most
I
part
thought you were done.
that's what the talk of the people seems to center around.
Just work and life.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you want to, if you want to give me an investigate check, you can.
Yeah, let me see if I can get any rumors and scuttlebutt about what's going on in the ruins or whatever. Ooh. 21.
Nice.
All right. You talk to a couple folks and ask them, I guess, if any other strangers have come through recently.
Yeah.
And they say it was a talk of the town about 2 months ago, when some city folk had gotten themselves killed in the high bayou nearby, and the only survivor was a young woman.
Sounds like our folks.
They also mention that about 2 weeks ago, another group of outsiders came through in the night, equipped for monster hunting, returned a few days later with a large object on the back of a wagon, wrapped in cloth and about as large as a dinner table.
Was it circular?
Yeah, it seemed to be. Well, it looked like, from the way they handled it, looked to be heavier than something made of wood.
It's actually really helpful, thank you.
No problem. You be careful out there if you're heading out.
Appreciate it. Anything in those swamps we should keep a particular eye out for?
Well, you got the gators, you got the spiders, and you got the bats. Those about the worst things you can expect.
Appreciate it.
Got the bleeps, the creeps, and the sweeps. Theodore, I think, is going to call it an early night so he can get up early and try to find us a boatman that will take us into the swamp.
Cool.
Since it's easier for Theodore to get up early. Seems to make sense.
Cool.
I'm just trying to look for, like, control animals.
Yeah, Jack's gonna wander around a little bit more and come to bed.
All right. Mina up to anything sneaky tonight?
Trying to start a theater company?
No, she just has an ale and then goes to bed.
Cool.
Liquid bread. Also good.
All right, Alferi, do you have a question for the stars?
Yes. Hold on, let me just look at the spell really quick, just so I can... Should the townsfolk expect any attack tomorrow? I guess should the townsfolk be prepared for an attack tomorrow?
Okay. And then you're going to bed?
Yep. And I have my spells prepared for tomorrow. Now.
Okay. So your vision shows the town, and you see like some of the visions of the men you saw at the gates fighting off some alligators, some spiders, other swamp-like creatures near the town, but nothing like catastrophic, or like that. Nothing that doesn't seem like it would be out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And then you have what feels like a separate vision.
Ooh, bonus.
Doom!
You see a large, I don't know if Ilferi knows what a ziggurat is, but a large building with tiered layers.
I mean, it's a temple. That makes
yeah,
sense.
a temple. And you see writhing around a large white serpent. And you smell rot in the dream.
Okay. Okay. That's ominous. Bonus vision. I'm gonna prepare another spell as well.
Snake Wrangler.
All right, Theodore, you'd be the first to awaken in the morning, early morning, presumably.
Yep, I only sleep for 4 hours and I went to bed early, so. But I gotta get up early if I'm gonna find us someone with a boat. So I'm gonna see if I can find someone who looks like they might be headed to the swamp and start asking around about someone with a boat who might be willing to take us into the swamp.
All right. There is a like a dock on the edge of where the city meets the swamp. And the man there is willing to he recommends I'll just I'd around here the folks we use these here pole boats to get around the swamp. Easiest way to get around, not much wind to speak of or anything. I'd be willing to rent them out to you, or if you need some assistance, I can send a man with you.
How difficult are they to operate?
Not too difficult. Much more difficult than one would expect. Pushing a heavy boat through a hot, sticky. Bleh. Wow, I cannot. Words.
Morass? Mire?
Mire. That's a good one.
And,
Ilferi's proficient with water vehicles, by the way, Theodore.
And can they be operated one-handed?
He kind of like just now looks at where your arm should be.
Well, it's there.
Yeah, it is there. Well, I'd hope that if you're planning on going out on your own, then I guess I would recommend a man to help you with that. But probably a particular challenge for you. Meaning no disrespect.
All right.
Well, how many people can these boats hold, though?
I wouldn't have asked if I'd anticipated disrespect. Oh, that's actually a good point. How big are these boats? I was imagining like single person basically boats.
Oh, no, these are probably does it even
I was
say?
envisioning airboats from Florida.
Yeah,
That's why I was envisioning it first, and then pole
flex
boats
tank.
made me think of the wash tub boats from Tales of Symphonia.
Sure.
Yeah.
You'd probably
good
be able to
game.
fit up to 3 people per boat.
Okay, so like 3 people
More
per
like
boat
a-
and like
more
one
like a
operator
rowboat.
per boat.
More like a rowboat or a canoe, probably. Like you could.
And could one person operate it reasonably?
Yeah.
Does it seem?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we'll be all right. I've got a few companions with me. I do think we'll need 2 boats though. How much would it be to rent the 2?
We'll call it a gold per day, as long as they you bring them back. We'll take down payment of 1 gold piece and pay the rest when you get back.
All
Joke's
right.
on him. We're not
Zeod-
surviving.
Zeodor just pulls out 4 gold pieces, just in case. If we come back early, call it a bonus.
Sure thing. We'll get them up and ready for you.
All right. I will wait for everyone else to get up. I did consider when he said 3, being like, "Oh, we'll take 1 boat, and Ilferi can go in the water."
Ilferi would have been fine. Well, depends on how long. I could be a crocodile for 4 hours per short rest.
We also don't know what's in the water. I think that the 2 boats is the
Probably
better.
crocodiles. I think we were told specifically crocodiles.
You were
Definitely at least crocodiles, like minimum crocodiles, and it goes up
Definitely.
from there.
sometimes always crocodiles.
Just FYI, Redbeard, I've prepared animal friendship, speak with animals, and find traps.
Seems fair. Check the drive redeemed. Make me dab.
Nice.
I really held that dab.
I was seeing if anyone else would do it, but you guys
I
are all
did
lame,
a little,
so.
but no one else
Oh,
did.
here, I'll do
He
the
said
zero
it.
dab.
The Zia dab?
But yeah, I think you're good. I prepared detect magic and identify today.
Oh,
Posture
yeah,
check.
I always have detect magic once a day, which is helpful. I'm mostly worried about that gigantic snake.
Check the drive redeemed
nothing I can
posture
do about
check.
that.
Sam.
What?
What?
Check the drive redeemed posture check.
Oh, somebody please redeem that every 30 seconds. Because I am sick of doing it.
Man, I'm glad I added
I
those.
appreciate that.
I mean, we're lucky we're streaming because I most of the time am sitting like this. Sorry, let me tilt the camera down a little bit so you can.
Get the
See.
full experience.
Sorry, let me tilt the camera down a little bit so you can.
Get the
Anyways.
full experience.
Sorry, let me.
Oh, nice.
Hmm?
Check the drive. Check the drive just said that he's got 13,000 points, and every posture check only costs 100.
Good day. It's really hard to gauge at what rate the points come in. Anyway, so everybody else wakes up. Everyone's got their spells prepared and everything.
I cast Goodberry twice today.
Ooh.
Once for me and our party, and once for the townsfolk, just in case.
Prepared and everything. You really
I
care about this
cast
town.
Well, yeah, they're nice people.
Here's
Good people,
10
Braun.
hit points, in case you're attacked by crocodiles.
I had a vision.
Nice.
You're going to be attacked by like crocodiles and spiders and stuff. Like nothing out of the normal, but like you're gonna be attacked probably.
I
As
mean,
far as my visions can tell.
I could have told you that.
Well, you know, I can tell you with confidence that nothing more than that. Here's some good berries in case anyone falls unconscious, or
guess
just
that's-
needs to pick me up,
Guess that's fair. Thank you. Can't turn
or
down.
can't afford a meal. They also
Yeah, I was
suggest
about to say,
meal.
or just wants to skip all of your food for the day.
Yeah. Really, there's a variety of uses, and the variety is all the ones that I've listed here. Just
Goodberry, 1,001 uses.
but actually
Alright.
just 3.
Look, the book says 1,001. It's just the same 3 written over and over again.
Oh no.
The book's locked until you buy it. No one can...
And then, I pass out our good berries to us.
Cool.
Same distribution as yesterday?
Yep, it's always going to be, unless, otherwise specified, if we have other people with us, it's going to be 3 to each of you and then 1 to me, because I have healing.
Joke's on our fairy, it's nothing but alligators. It's not crocodiles, it's alligators. Damn it!
Different.
Gators.
Oh, James,
there's only stat
I
blocks
think you
for
tilted your
crocodile.
camera back up a little too far.
Oh, too far? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
There's only stat blocks for crocodiles, not alligators.
Oh man, they won't know what to deal with at all.
I have to
What's
make
the
up stats
difference?
for an alligator.
Can you share me the stat block for an alligator?
No,
Just so I can, see which one's better?
no.
Just send him the stat block for a crocodile with, in paint, just, cross out crocodile, write alligator.
I found a swamp track.
Hey!
Neat.
Wow, it's like I'm really there.
I feel sweaty and covered in bugs already.
All right. In the town of Agate, you acquire pole boats and set out into the high bayou, a landscape unlike anywhere else in the world. Though trees and other plant life poke out of the slow waters, the land beneath is not coastline but rolling hills. Streams from the Anthras Mountains snake down to the bayou, but instead of flowing freely, they are trapped by berms of massive spider webs. The giant ground spiders of the high bayou have coated huge swaths of terrain with their nests, much made of silk, much like beavers craft dams of wood. You have to travel slowly to avoid the dangers of the swamp. Swarms of biting insects flock to the scent of blood, and pale crocodiles blend into the white, silk-coated hillocks that peek out of the waters. Cypress trees shelter you from the sun.
Cool.
You have to navigate carefully to avoid drifting into titanic walls of web as large as 100 feet across, stretched between trees. And the rain.
Okay.
Always the rain. It cuts visibility, soaks everything, and dulls your ears to the movement of predators. Sometimes, through the call of birds and croaks of toads, you imagine you hear a slithering whisper, indecipherable beneath the drone of the rain.
I don't know why, but I got some serious Twilight Zone vibes out of the way you read that.
Imagine if you will.
Imagine
Yeah.
A swamp.
I like that description, though. It's pretty cool.
Who's going to be in charge of following the map?
I mean,
Like, check is that.
Zeodor's not is holding the pole, so it makes sense for him to navigate.
Yeah.
So he'll be in the front boat with. I don't know who else is in the front boat.
I guess he'll ferry? Because I can, I'm actually good at everything we're about to do here. So,
Go ahead and take, you two
Oh.
go ahead and take the front, we'll take the back. We've got better
Yeah,
range than you do.
And that
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, it makes sense because you're gonna have to do this part all on your own, whereas those two can help each other.
All right. So let's start off with a survival check for that.
can I help
Alright.
him with the survival?
We're just gonna it's just gonna be one person here.
Okay. Oh, is that... Okay, got it. It's not necessarily the navigator, just one person.
One,
What?
huh?
You
One
said
person
one
is
person
navigating. And one person
The
is
navigator is the one making the check, or...
yes.
Okay. No, that's... You said one person, you didn't say the navigator, that's why I was asking.
11.
Okay. You
Webs, spiders, death, roll new characters.
Maps,
After
not so good with swamps.
you think you're heading in the right direction, it takes a little while for you to realize that you've started to veer off track. So after about 4 hours, you realize that you need to course correct a little bit.
Okay.
Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
21.
Yeah, I did barely better than you.
12.
3.
8.
All right. Mina,
Oh, my poor fair-skinned friends.
Mina, you take 1 point of damage from biting insects,
Okay.
and fatigue. And Jack, you take 4.
Wait, what?
Did you say a level of fatigue?
No, not a level. It just it is fatiguing, but not capital
Yeah,
F.
yeah, yeah.
Got okay, cool.
Why did he take 4 and I only took 1? Did you roll for it?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I accept it. I was just curious.
Also, I want a perception check. Everybody can make this.
Oh,
18.
hell yeah.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, 24.
Aw, damn it!
18.
I had a nat 20 and I still didn't win.
You still won. You
We both win.
Yeah.
as you're
Mine's a
going along,
22.
you spot a large nest that you guys almost ran right into, but you managed to divert around it as to not to disturb anything that lived there.
We need to start correcting back. Swerve! Swerve! Swerve!
I'm just having flashbacks to me and Sam. Actually, me and Sam in the car. Sam!
All right. Give me another survival check.
You got it. Be better. That's not better.
Shit.
Does
Yeah,
the
we'll
navigator and the
do,
pilot have to be different people?
No?
Oh. We were kind of doing it under
Uh,
the assumption that they did have to be different.
I just said
I
I
mean,
want one
we weren't
person
doing it.
in charge of the map, and they have to make a survival check.
Oh
I mean,
well.
Look, the dice
it-
do what the dice want.
If you want to
Yeah,
change,
yeah, yeah.
if you want to change the person who's making the roll, you can.
It's fine.
Hey,
it's fine.
hey, James. Hey, James.
What?
What's your bonus?
+6?
Yeah. Do you think a 7 would have helped us?
I don't know. It would have gotten us a 13.
No, he's saying he rolled an
No. Would it? I
A
mean, I actually rolled
7.
that too, so it would have been.
Oh,
It would
okay.
have been an 8.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Hey, sorry. I
Alright,
wasn't saying
anyway.
anything about your dice rolls. I just meant.
It's like the dice do what the dice want. Like
No,
which character we picked for this is not like that's not what did this. Anyway,
you
got 3.
you overcompensate, and you don't realize until you start to see the town getting closer again that you might be headed in the wrong direction.
What?
Theodore?
Is that? I mean, I'm questioning how this is physically possible at this point. Like literally, these woods are magic now.
Ilferi,
Maybe
take
they
the
are.
map, navigate.
Okay,
Alright.
sure.
Also, everybody
Sure.
give me a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it.
18.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Hey, better than before. Oops. $17.
There you go. All right, everybody's fine for that. And perception check.
15.
Nat 1.
9.
It's a big number. It is 22.
All right. You're good. You avoid another nest.
Ilferi, take the map.
All right.
Okay, sure.
All right,
Uh,
survival check.
Oops. Missed. 9.
We're gonna fucking die out here.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure glad you took the map.
It's a higher chance of succeeding if I do it.
Glad you took the map. Totally better.
Maybe Gygax did write this.
I was actually cracking up at that earlier because I'm like, yeah, there's no random encounters then, but all right, survive or Constitution.
20.
17.
7.
Sorry, was that a save or a check?
Save.
Yeah.
Save.
Okay, cool. 18.
All right, Jack, you take another point of damage. Bugs are getting to you.
Hey, you want to try reading the map?
Perception check.
18.
15.
8.
All right, you're good.
Okay.
Survival check.
Come on, like a 10. I missed. That's a 13.
He got
feel
that
like
7 he was looking for.
I did.
You passed by that
I'm
same
rolling
tree
next.
again that you definitely
Feel lucky.
know you passed by earlier.
God damn it.
I'm doing the next one. I feel lucky.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Constitution.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I could do Constitution all day. 22.
10.
22.
24.
All right, you're all good.
Oh,
Perception.
10 made it?
10 made it.
Sweet.
And then Perception.
17.
15.
12.
9.
Sorry, I missed Zeodor.
17.
You find you realize almost too late that your boats are heading right into a big section of webs, and there's a slight current that's like leading you right into it. If anyone wants to give me any sort of emergency divert the boat away from the direction of the
Athletics.
Sure.
Can I shape water to change the flow of the water? Like,
Sure.
that's one of the things it does.
Yeah.
that sounds
Would
good.
that give me advantage, or...
Well, I'm just changing it so that we go away from it instead of towards it. Like, I just
Okay,
changed the
yeah.
flow altogether.
Do it.
All right. So a ferry, like the rapids that had been like leading you right into it, just like stop dead and then divert the opposite direction, carrying you away from the nest.
Alright, which one of you wants to fail to navigate now?
I got it.
All right.
Zeodor says, wait, I think I know what we were doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I got 16.
There you go.
Flips the map the other way.
Did you turn it right side up this time?
Okay, you definitely feel like you're on the right track now.
Hey, Zeodor takes it, wipes mud off of it. It was this line.
Meanwhile, Jack's discovering new diseases.
It's also been like most of a day by now.
Yep.
Like it's probably starting to get towards nightfall.
Well, let's try to get out of the swamp before... Let's try to get to the ziggurat, and we can stop there. I don't want to camp in a swamp. It seems like a
Alright.
bad idea.
let's do the Constitution checks.
19.
Damn it! Nat 1.
21.
Nat 1! Aw,
Alright.
Nat 1.
Mina,
Nat 1 buddies.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Nat
you
1
two are on the
buddies.
same wavelength.
You
Nat
both
20
take-
together, Nat 1 together.
you'll both take 2 damage.
Alright, that's not too bad.
Perception check.
23.
23.
19.
9.
All right, you guys are good. Let's do another survival.
Alright. I hand the map back to Ilferi.
All right.
Now that I've fixed it.
26. Or sorry, 25.
All
You
right,
guys had it upside down.
you're definitely on the right track now. You feel confident about that, but it is like full on dark by this point, and you think you still have a little ways to go.
Can we see the stars?
It's raining,
I mean,
so
Yes.
I can
that's
see
a
just
no.
fine.
No, I have a sextant, which lets me navigate better when I can see the stars. Also, I just feel more comfortable in stars.
it's fair.
I think we should push a little further, though.
All right,
Better than
Constitution.
stopping here.
16.
12.
Fucking. 4. No. 7.
4 damage. And a perception.
21.
Oh, and that one for
17.
7.
9.
All right, you're good. All right. You're fairly confident that one more survival should get you there.
All right. Shit. 6. Or sorry, 13. I rolled a 7 again.
And then you see that tree again.
Son of a bitch. At least it's the tree and not the town.
God damn it. Alright, Constitution.
Yep.
Much better.
14.
Fuck off. 21.
Modified 20.
All
17.
right. Perception.
Perception.
Nat 20, 24.
14.
18.
19.
All right.
You can see everything forever.
It's
Except the ziggurat.
like it's pretty close to midnight by this point.
Well, we're still fucking going.
All right.
We're not gonna get great rest in a boat.
We're not gonna get great rest if we camp and get eaten either.
Alright, here goes. I'm gonna give myself a Sky Seer's Blessing.
Okay.
Good.
I don't like that one.
Mhm.
I do like this one, 20.
All right.
Yay.
I wish Sky Seer's Blessing just gave me advantage instead of roll one and then decide if you like it or not. But oh well.
I kind of like that, but anyway. So you, after a long ass time, it's probably close to 24 hours by this point. Which probably means you take an actual level of exhaustion.
So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning now?
Yeah. You see, like, the sun starting to rise, and silhouetted against it is the outline of a temple.
Alright, let's get to the shore and get in a little ways and camp.
Yeah, I don't have any objections to that. Tired. I can't see straight. And there's a big snake in there, by the way.
Wait, what?
There's a big white snake in there.
As always, your timing is impeccable.
Ilferi, what the fuck, dude?
Oh,
I know, Lemmy, right?
there's a box
or-
text.
Actually, I think I mentioned it earlier, and you just... Anyways, it's there whether I tell you or not. But we're gonna be resting before we go in there, so...
Yeah.
I found some
Hopefully.
box text.
I love when my text is boxed.
In this adventure? No way!
A golden strip of fabric flutters on the rainy breeze, woven around the trunk
Okay,
of a
now.
tree. Woven around the trunk of a tree, it marks the first clear sign you're getting close to Zambria's dig site. Beyond, in the distance, you spy another golden marker, far past it, hidden in the drizzle. Perhaps a third. A patch of land clear of webs near the tree also sports a hitching post of sorts for your boats. You tie them up, then follow the trail a few hundred feet up a slight grade. The sparse trees of the swamp thicken to a tangle of greenery, studded with golden markers to show that civilization was once here. Then, before you, the wall of trees open into a vast flooded plain. A large stone ziggurat looms on the edge of your rain-obscured vision. 3 tiers of aged stone, their ancient carvings, all but dissolved by time, rise up out of the forest to a 60-foot-high peak. Or is it further? Sudden vertigo strikes you all, and for a moment you can't tell which is closer, the top tier of the ziggurat or your own hand. But then you look back down, and the sensation passes. You spot the remains of a campsite ahead, right beside the ruins entrance. 3 limp humanoid figures lie amid toppled tents and archaeological supplies. Just beyond the camp and the remains of the dead, a 15-foot-high mouth yawns open on the side of the ziggurat's first tier. Vines that once hid it have been hacked away, and somewhere inside the ancient ruin, faint light glows.
Well, let's camp out here farther from the entrance than they did.
Is anybody
I'd want to keep an eye on it.
proficient in nature or survival?
Yes,
I
and yes.
No.
No and no.
Nope.
It's me.
So just
You want-
Ilferi.
Yeah.
Just Ilferi.
Ilferi, you notice the smaller animals in this area acting odd, like just kind of running in strange patterns and things like that. And you also have like a strange sense of dissonance.
'Cause we're about to take a long rest, right?
If we
Yeah.
can.
gonna try
I
to.
would like to cast Speak with Animals and try and talk with some of the weird acting animals around here.
I'm gonna try to go into a trance like right away, like as soon as we stop, basically, so that he can get up sooner.
That is a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's like some, what would be in a swamp? Like
There's turtles, and
turtle.
there's rabbits. There's
Sure.
frogs.
You find you find some frogs, and they are like hopping around, like missing jumps that they look very clumsy.
Are you okay, Ribbit?
Oh, I could have sworn that branch was closer, and I jumped for it, and then I hit the ground, and the ground is like right here, but I thought it was there.
Uh. Have you been like
ground
this?
is like
Has this been happening for a while?
Ribbit. What is while?
Like 4 sleeps ago was this happening?
I think so. Yeah. It's a long time to remember.
I understand. That makes sense.
this frog
your
is
friend-
high as fuck.
Don't like the
Has been
frogs.
high for 4 days.
This frog licked his friend.
Yeah. You beat me to it.
Don't
What
do
about your
toad
friends?
pits.
Have they been feeling the same way?
Yeah, everybody's been having that happen. Ribbit. Sorry, I'm not good at role-playing toad. Or frog.
Dude,
Whatever.
every time you end with ribbit, I laugh. It's cool.
What about your predators? Have they been having any issues finding you?
Well, I'm still alive, so...
I mean, have you, like, experienced a time where you thought you were gonna get eaten and then didn't?
Oh yeah, that just happened, like, the other sleep ago. Where there was, like,
What
this
happened?
crocodile, and, like, he went to eat me, and then I jumped away, and, like, he didn't even get close to eating me. But I didn't even see him until he should have already eaten me. Ribbit.
So he, like,
Beautiful.
I love it.
closed his mouth next to you, and then you jumped away?
Yeah, man.
Weird. Alright. And it's been happening for at least 4 sleeps?
Yeah, I think so.
Animals are stupid.
Hey, I can hear you, man. I'm like right here, Ribbit.
No, I don't mean you. I'm talking more like the bugs that you eat.
Oh yeah, they're real stupid. Sometimes they just fly right into my mouth.
Actually, has that been happening more often?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, well, thanks. Do you need me to put you somewhere safe?
I think I'm good, man.
Do you want to go on that stick that you missed?
I'll figure it out,
Alright.
Ribbit.
He jumps backwards.
The ground
Okay.
is like here, and the ground is like all of us, you know?
Just, take an extra look when you're jumping. That might help.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Hold on 1
How
second.
dare you say that about my mother?
Yeah, I actually looked up what animals are in swamps, because I'm like, can I wild shape into any of them? And it's, crocodile or alligator. Oh yeah, well, I do that already.
I mean, yeah. I mean, swamp rabbits are scary.
I love that you're a bird that's like, you know where it's really at? Scales.
I've turned
I
into
mean-
a bird before. An
Sure.
axe beak. And I've turned into horses,
Oh, that's
and I've
right.
turned
Weasel?
into apes.
I forgot
You
you
were
used
a
to turn
weasel
into
at
the
one point
horse
too,
bird.
right?
I
You
did
did
used to
weasel
turn
a
into...
couple of times.
Yeah, weasel is actually my go-to for, like, I'm not fighting, I just need to see stuff better.
Yeah.
And sneak
Were you
around.
weasel sneaking. You did your weasel dance that one time that nearly got you killed.
I did a badger. I've been a badger a couple times, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Mostly for that one gnome.
Mostly for that
Yep.
one gnome. Did I write down my name, by the way?
I don't know.
I hope I did.
Kenneth? I don't want to say Kenneth. I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to say it.
I don't see it in my notes. That's really sad.
Anybody want to place bets on if we get ambushed before we go in the temple, or if we just camp out and the night ends with no?
It's not
fight?
gonna happen. Well, it's day. It is
true.
5 o'clock
Well,
in
I
the
meant
morning.
night, but
Oh. Yes.
I mean, we'll find out. I'm waiting on Chris to either say, "Hey, you wake up and everything's fine," or for a battle map to just magically appear in front of my eyes on the other screen.
Yeah.
So next
Expecting one of
level,
those two things.
I can protect us no matter where we sleep, but I can't do it this level.
Yep. But Zito went into trance like the second we hit shore, so 4 hours after that,
9
I'll at least
a.m.
be awake. Yep. So if nothing hits us by 9 a.m., we at least have one person awake.
Too bad I can't wild shape into an elf. That seems like a convenient feature to have.
An elf?
yeah, because he could.
No, I understand, but
Yeah, they're like wild. They're like woodland creatures, you know.
How dare
Are we
you?
all just like in a forest?
Don't. It says. To figure this out later, maybe.
bless you.
Oh, I'll undo that long rest then.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hold
I
on
actually.
for a second.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry. There's
hanging
just
on.
like something that's not really explained here, but seems important.
holding on. Hold on to this. Hold on to this. Hold on to this. Hold on to this.
Keep holding it.
Why am I doing this? Why am I continuing to do it?
I mean, I do like holding this armillary sphere. I like how like saying armillary sphere. It's a fun word.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Literally every time James brings up his sextant, it makes me think of Ninja Sex Party.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you cry every time you use it?
Yeah, I think so. No. Maybe like for my pirate brethren that died in the shipwreck.
You pour out an ale for him every time.
I mean,
hmm
fourth edition.
They used to really like bread. That's
I
why
like this bread. It reminds me of pirate brethren.
You know things aren't going well when I have to break out the 4th edition book.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I have absolutely no concept of how to use an armillary sphere.
What is it?
Does it have a
Sacrifice it
use?
to get
Oh, it has a
land, don't
use?
you?
I always thought it was just like decorative.
Oh no, it has a use. I just have no. I don't even know what its use is.
You sacrifice it to get a land, I think, right?
Now.
Tool.
Uh,
What was that, Chris?
Or you sacrifice it to get a land, or 2 lands, I think.
Yeah, it's some kind of naval device. That's all I know. I think it's navigational. That's the best I got.
it is
might
a
be
model
some kind of.
It is a model of objects in the sky.
Ah.
That makes sense.
So it's a lie created by NASA.
Exactly.
Yes.
It is, however, different from a celestial globe, which is a smooth sphere whose purpose is to map constellations.
Yes, which is also different from an orrery.
Mm-hmm. Of the Vodalcan variety, specifically.
Probably not that one. I mean, orreries are real things.
Yeah,
I want one.
guess.
I want one so bad. They're so cool. But they're also, like, ridiculously hard to build and therefore incredibly expensive. There's no bulk demand for orreries. For some fuck-off reason, I don't know why everyone doesn't want
You
one.
on this one?
I might just call it here tonight and
Okay.
pick
Cool.
up things next time, because I have to figure out how exactly I want to do this.
I'm good. Yeah, we're good with that.
I know it's kind of a short session, but
No, dude, I had a lot of fun tonight. I enjoy a short session every now and then where it's just kind of joking around and having
and
a good
it'll
time.
lead in well to just if we can, do most of the stuff in the ziggurat next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good game,
We
guys.
traveled by train, we traveled by foot, we traveled by boat. We did all the traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will notice we did neither planes nor automobiles.
No.
I could jump out a tree,
It
travel
wasn't
by
even
air.
Christmas, so.
Thanksgiving.
Was it Thanksgiving?
Yep.
For that?
Huh?
Oh, I don't know.
I should actually
been a while
watch
since
Planes,
I've seen
Trains,
that.
and Automobiles.
Anyway,
I watch it every Thanksgiving.
because it's the only
It's a
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving.
movie.
It's the only one worth mentioning.
What about Thanksgiving?
The only one worth mentioning.
All right. Cool. So we're gonna just call it there.
Alrighty.
We'll
Cool.
be back next Tuesday with more Zeitgeist, where we'll enter the temple ziggurat, which you guys don't know the name of yet. That I'm gonna say.
I'm just wary of all ziggurats.
That's
Temple
fair.
of White Snake, the band.
Oh, please,
That would be
please,
so
please, can
awesome.
it be the Temple of White Snake?
That would be pretty awesome.
All right.
I mean, back in
Well-
some 3.5 supplement or another, there was a disease, a basically plane-destroying magical disease called White Snake.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it was neat. It was in a campaign where we got a vial of it, and then we opened it on a plane we didn't like.
Wow.
So,
Committed genocide.
so you have
Oh, we committed
snakes.
super genocide. We released on that plane. We released White Snake. We opened a rift in reality, and we summoned multiple high-level extra-dimensional beings to fight each other on the material plane for our amusement, and then left.
Wait, so you're saying you released the snakes on a plane?
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
That note. That was beautiful.
Your waitress.
That was beautiful.
Damn it, I was just looking up Here I Go Again by White Snake.
Beautiful. I can't top that.
Bye.